Hi. Happy to be here. Grateful to be here for the second time and discuss data-driven evidence strategy and how that could be part of psychedelic-assisted therapy adoption. So a little bit about myself. I'm originally from Israel, currently residing in the Netherlands, and I'm a serial health entrepreneur. And my specialty is data strategy. I design technological solutions that combines patient-inclusive data streams. I harness AI, and together with all this cool data and technology, I shape real-world evidence solutions across multiple healthcare disciplines. So Shiram, my company is a nursery of multiple ventures implementing that same approach, whether it's for PV, for pharmacovigilance, for drug safety, for rare disease, for women's health, or for mental health, which I'm going to talk about today. And that is called Enlight Foundation. So Enlight Foundation work is based on a simple but powerful belief that mental health deserves an evidence system that truly reflects the complexity of this human-centric domain. At Enlight, the whole strategy is to build that evidence system that touches on the say the functional, but also the soft aspects that we have in mental health. Because mental health is not like physical medicine. There's no definitive blood test for depression diagnosis or suicidal risk. We rely on observations, we rely on patient-reported outcomes, patient-reported experiences, and this data is often qualitative, and it's very context-dependent. And we talked about, psychotherapy, right? There's more elements to it rather than having a drug and what is the effect. And this, big difference in mental health compared to physical health is the difference that makes traditional evidence model poorly suited to assess outcome and effectiveness in mental health, which is what we're trying to achieve when we want to, generate evidence and approve psychedelic-assisted therapy. The regulatory pathway, we talked about it during the day, but at short, they lack clarity. They lack clarity for mental health outcomes, and that is the grounds for the challenges we face today, especially when seeking regulatory approval for psychedelic-assisted therapy. So gladly, there are some changes in the regulatory landscape. There is regulatory sandbox, and there is decentralized clinical trial, which is pretty innovative in the realm of clinical trials. There's pragmatic trials, so real-world studies, and they all address better the setting diversity that we need when we want to have successful health outcome assessment for mental health. So we talked about these first two hurdles, right? And now I want to talk data. That's my thing. Today, mental health data is a mess. It's still a big mess, and it is fragmented. It lives in data islands, and it is far from being an accessible, research-ready piece of information. And when I say here not fair, I'm messing up the slide. When I say not fair, I'm talking about this data standard. So FAIR represents a global data standard to ethically sourcing, researching, and reusing data for meaningful research. The mental health renaissance has really created a lot of data sets available for us to tap and use, but they're not usable. And really, I would say what we're trying to do in the exchange model in our network is to get all those data partners that we bring on board to get more fair and fair compliance. Okay, so we talked about the poor data standardization. Another big challenge is having high data quality. So we have quality issues to the data that we're working with, especially when we're talking about the availability of longitudinal, so timeless over time, patient-generated data. So what patient are saying, reporting, and that is the weakest link. Without high-quality real-world data foundation, we can't inform good policy or build a reliable AI. Because AI is as good as the data it's been training on, and that is why it's so important to create a very solid, high-quality, strong data foundation. So foundation models are basically large data models that we use to train artificial intelligence to get better at whatever they want it to do. So, yeah, I think what I want to talk to you about is that taking this into consideration, this data strategy, this is what we're doing at Enlight Foundation. We offer real-world data novelty, and this is the opportunity to see how we can really bring a novelty to how we build evidence in mental health, and that can echo across the board to other medical research, but this is how a new real-world evidence strategy can change the way that we can get more clarity into what is going on with the patient and an intervention in a real-life setting. So I talked about real-world data foundation, and that is the data novelty and the strategy of Enlight. We build healthy data foundation and strong, precise AI to impact research and eventually the point of care. The first component in the foundation is the exchange network, which is basically a data for research network where data owners can come in, list their data, or look for real-world data that is available in the network and do that matchmaking and collaborate, augment their own study, or, well, create some kind of collaboration. So that's the exchange network. It's a decentralized fair, so you need to be fair compliant, so you need to get to your data in shape, and we'll help you to do that, and then start exchanging. The second piece is the real cool stuff, which is patient-centric application, decentralized patient app or data wallet. And we build and design these data wallets to fit into clinical trials and follow patient from the clinical trial to home. Even after the trial is done, they can have their own data and all their insights about what's been going on with them during the treatment and later on in follow-ups with their own owned data wallet. This is the exchange, this is how it looks like, and basically kind of a search and match. If you're looking for data in a certain diagnosis or treatment protocol, this is how you can look for it and then partner or augment it for your research. I call this slide, even though it's not very impressive, I call it the perfect storm. And I call it the perfect storm because I'm looking at what's been going on in my domain, in my field in the past couple of years, and it's going through major transformation. So we're talking about remote care. So COVID, thankfully, made us more accepting the fact that we can have our mobile app and remote telemedicine and take care of ourselves remotely. So the whole adoption of remote care also trickled to clinical trials. We have decentralized clinical trials. That means that you can do a trial also in the comfort of your home. And that is, again, great innovation to have. So remote care, decentralization of clinical trials and databases, and the other cool stuff and technology is Web3. So basically, data wallets, data democratization, and data ownership. And all this tech that you see here listed are the technology that is really supporting whether we can now understand speech to text faster and easily record a session, understand what patients are saying or writing down, having conversational AI instead of filling up a form in a PHQ, like a patient questionnaire, having agentic AI that's specialized in depression or in postpartum depression. So that sort of really cool technology is backing up this great innovation that is happening currently. So I feel like we're in the epicenter of change, and these next generation solutions enable us to seamlessly capture the diverse mental health outcome, even the soft behavioral ones of like how well I sleep, how many steps, how active I am, how active I am with my phone, with my shopping, am I manic? So the soft behavioral patterns are also being captured when we have these data wallets, and it's all on a patient-level data. And this new paradigm really offers us a very strong data foundation to start building, shaping evidence, but also improving the continuum of care. So everything that happens after we leave the clinic, after we leave the clinical trial and the intervention. And that's what excites me very much about what's been going on. But I would say the data wallet that I'm talking about, this DPA, Decentralized Patient App, isn't just another mobile health application, which we have a bunch of those. It's a patient-owned data wallet capturing patient journeys as a health consumer. Now, we are not just health consumers. We are many other things consumers. And the ability to have all our data in one place, one record that is centralized to us and tailored to us, that is the key to personalization. But it's also, I would say, a key for some inclusivity or us taking part in the data economy that happens over our head. Because think about the fact that while I'm in a trial, I will get that data wallet, but it's mine. And I can use it after the trial, and I can decide to opt in or to opt out if my data is going to be used for research. And this is where I would say we have an opportunity to really change in all paradigms beyond just healthcare. So that's just an example of the patient app for PTSD we're working on. And yeah, I think that's the gist. This is how we plan to expand. What I really want you to take from this, we have an opportunity now with this all cool technology to have patient-level data the patient actually owns and have decentralized trials for mental health that are really holistic and can really shape the way we identify all the evidence we need and outcome to make a change for economists, for regulators, and of course clinicians and the point of care. So yeah, I think if I want to leave you with anything, we have an opportunity to significantly impact the way mental health and care is being managed. So we'll start with PTSD and we'll move from there. Thank you.
Limor BH Epstein, thank you very much. Děkujeme.